This might have been the most fun I've had on a motorcycle in a very long time. Let's talk about that. Hello friends, welcome back to Willie's Wheels. Happy Friday to you. I hope you're doing well. Now, if even a year ago you'd asked the general public what they thought of first when you said the words Harley Davidson, it'd probably be something along the lines of loud exhaust, big beards and leather jackets. But what we're witnessing at the moment is a development, a growth from that stereotype, which is coming from Harley Davidson themselves with their new motorcycles. Now, since I filmed the first ride of the Pan America S that we're about to see, Harley have announced the new Nightster, which is an evolution of the classic Sportster profile, the Sportster look, which I'm sure many of you will be very happy to see, and I cannot wait to get out on that bike soon. But first, I'm very excited to jump on the Pan America S and see what all the fuss is about. Now, this is a bike that has caused a stir because it generally seemed to come out of the blue a little bit. A whole new engine, a whole new chassis, a whole new adventure style bike for Harley Davidson, and really taking strides into areas of the motorcycle world that we haven't necessarily seen Harley in before, at least not from the factory. Now, I must say quickly, just before we start, when I filmed this, I had a terrible cold. I was sneezing in the helmet. You probably hear it in my voice. I was sounding proper rough. So this really is just a first impressions video. A huge thank you to Warr's Harley Davidson in central London for the loan of these bikes for the day. And you might be surprised to know that the Pan America S, the top line, top edition with the adaptive suspension, all the bells and whistles, is their best selling motorcycle for the last year, which is a little bit surprising given they are the central London Harley Davidson dealer. So they're not just limited to the trails. I thought, what a great place to start, right bang in the middle of London, and head out to the country of Rhine.
All right, let's go. Yep. Keyless start, lovely. So we've literally just picked these up from Warr's, and we are heading out to the countryside. Mate. So we're going to get a nice bit of town riding just to kick things off, and then head out into the country. We've got a few hours on these beautiful machines, and halfway point we'll swap over and I'll get on that Sportster S. But this is the Pan America, and first impressions, a little bit of a mixed bag, I'd say, actually, to be honest. The start up, just the noise and spectacle of the thing is whelming at best. Obviously these are Euro 5 compliant, and yeah, this exhaust, honestly, I know people joke about it, but it does just sound like a hairdryer. It sounds terrible. You know, when you hit the go button on a Harley, there's things you expect. And sure, those things can morph and change and maybe develop, like this new engine, which we'll come onto in a bit, but yeah, it does not excite. But yeah, really struggled to turning it on, not just laugh, because it sounds ridiculous. And I'm sure, you know, Harley have done their absolute best within the regulations they have and the restrictions to get it sounding, you know, somewhat enjoyable or like an actual motorbike, but holy. There's nothing there. There he is. But as you can tell, Ryan likes his flipping heck. Bro, look at my dash. It's like, it's frozen. Yeah. Give this another go.
Stand down.
No? There we go.
Yeah?
Yeah. Obviously just rushed it. Weird. started it quite quick. I wasn't watching the screen. It's frozen. Strange. Oh yeah, plenty going on under the seat. Flipping heck. So this is the new 1250 all new engine design, similar on the Sportster S, but you've got 150 horsepower sitting here ready to go. A fair wedge of torque as well. The Sportster S gets a slightly differently tuned 1250 engine. It's less horsepower, I think it's 123 or 28. I'll put the info up if I'm wrong. But slightly more torque in the mid-range, so potentially more capable and pokey in urban environments. But flipping heck, this bike is very stable. First impression, literally just riding it from Warr's, was you just feel like you're floating on a cloud. It is so nice, and I'm so high up. Visibility is beautiful, and I mean, it's what is this bike? 258 kilos with me on top, 360 kilos, and first time on it, it's very stable. Easy around town, light on the steering, the clutch is super light. Lovely. From this seating position, you can see above cars, mirror visibility is really nice. I feel like I own the road. Sheesh. I'm presuming that TFT thing was just a bit of user error. Quite strange. Sexy boy! Can't wait to get on that. Seat height is pretty high. I'm straight legged here. I'm flat footed still, but 6'3" and a lot of leg. See ya. Yeah, so it's one of the highest seats I've sat on actually on a bike. Normally I've got a solid bend in the leg. But actually, yeah, legs pretty straight, flat footed. It's very comfortable though. I don't think you'd have a problem. I think if you're shorter and you opt for the Pan America S, you can get the adjustable rear suspension, which lowers the seat when you've stopped. So that's a big win if you're shorter, but you want to, you know, not have to mess about with changing the seat or whatever. So that's pretty handy. I still can't get used to just how this, like, that thing is pokey. How it just sounds like a leaf blower. Yeah. Hey, you're rapid on that thing. Yeah? Sport mode. I haven't got into sport mode yet. Probably. If you get a wheelie, that's the bike that's going to wheelie.
I don't want to do that.
No. Oh, this, yeah, it's got plenty and plenty and plenty of go. So just about to get on the dual carriageway. Lovely time to test. Touring, wind, all of that stuff. There is an adjustable screen, which I've neglected to familiarise myself with. So it's staying where it is. Sixth gear. One very, very minor nitpicky thing, and I think the Sportster S and the Pan America share all the same handlebar controls. Obviously different TFT, you've got a much bigger screen here. The indicator, and actually some of the controls over here, feel, I'm not going to say terrible, but if I'm dropping 15, 16,000 pounds on a motorcycle, the things I touch regularly, every junction I'm coming to, I'm hitting them. You want them to feel quality. You want them to feel like you've spent your money wisely. A reminder, a reinforcement that the investment that you've carefully chosen is worth it. And I actually have quite big hands, and Ryan mentioned this straight away. The indicator's actually quite difficult to get to, and it's not just this bike, it's the same for his, but it's horrible. I know this is a tiny thing, and actually, yeah, like, let's see, I didn't even cancel it because I couldn't feel it, but it's so tacky and plasticky, and the cancel has no travel, so you have to constantly tap it or check your screen. I'm indicating again, I didn't even mean it. It's awful. You're in this beautiful world, this comfortable world, and then every time you indicate, you're just pulled out of it, and I feel like I'm on a toy. It's horrible. Oh yeah, this screen is doing bits. I'm sure you can hear that. Yeah, windy. You need one of these, mate. Wow, solid stint on the dual carriageway. I must admit, usually by the time I'm down here on my Sportster, I'm done. I'm pretty tired. I'm fatigued. I've been literally hanging on to the handlebars. But this thing is effective. Good. I'd like it to be a bit higher, but I think it's actually on the max setting. So I'm just too tall. But once you crouch down, you get a really, really good level of wind protection. And let's go down here. Favourite road. Right, sport mode. Here we go. This should be the tightest, most peppy. Oh yeah, okay. This is the fun mode for sure. I'll run you through the modes in a sec. Listen to this. Nothing.
Not as agile as the Triumphs.
No.
Or as light.
No.
Not the ones that I've ridden anyway. This is like harder ride,
Big
lower.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like a police interceptor. I'm just cruising. No wind. It's so comfortable. Beautiful. Right, we've got off-road, rain, road, sport. Flick of a button. Lovely. Sport it is. Right, we're going right. Ooh, sport is definitely puts a spring in its step. So Ryan was just saying, on the dual carriageway, it looks like I'm just floating on a cloud, and I honestly couldn't describe it any better. That was incredibly comfortable. Which again is not a characteristic of a Harley Davidson motorbike that you expect. It's a lovely surprise. So it's all fly-by-wire here with the throttling. So sport is the most responsive mode, which you can definitely feel. It rolls on super smooth though, even in low RPMs. Lovely Triumph. So yeah, a good feature of this new 1250 revolution max engine is how smooth it delivers the power, especially in low RPMs. So if we flick it down to 5th, 28, and we roll it on, I mean, you can probably hear what sounds like a tumble dryer falling down a hill, but that's just that's just the engine revving. It's incredibly smooth. Even then, you know, if this was on a traditional big Harley twin, you're shaking the fillings out of your teeth there. Whew. You look good. Now, of course, this is designed to be, I guess, positioned as a GS killer, so incredibly capable off-road. Sadly, we don't really have the facilities for anything too taxing, but I'm hoping there's a little green lane or something we can find in a moment. Maybe leave the Sportster S at the end of the road and just see what we can do on this. It's I'm by no means an off-road rider at all. Firmly a road rider in and around town, but I mean, I could easily see this as a brilliant cruiser. Even if you're not going to touch the dirt, this is comfortable, so comfy. And it's no slouch. If I had a job where I needed to crunch miles, this would be a very, very solid contender, I'm sure. This is just a really comfortable place to be. Yeah. Seats comfy. We're going about an hour now. Downshifts are smooth. There's no quick shifter on this. I don't think it's even an option, which is quite surprising, to be honest. For, you know, a premium adventure touring bike, you might expect a quick shifter option. I know it's available on the GS, and definitely the Ducati Multistrada, but not an option here. I believe their reasoning was increasing the longevity of parts and quality control and all that, which is fair. But the clutch action's super light, which is nice. And yeah, fuel very smooth. Throttle was very smooth in the different maps. I think I actually started out on off-road mode. There's basically a huge dead zone. Let's give it a try. So off-road mode now. Yeah, you got a good amount of forgiveness there. Well, this is nice. 1 hour out of London, Surrey Hills, baby. Honestly, you don't even feel the bumps. The front fork is really, really, really good. He knows. He knows already. He knows what we're doing. What do you reckon? Sportster S on a green lane? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's go off-road mode. Let's be Avenue. See how we get on. So apparently all the guys stand up. Oh, that is very comfortable. So, standing up then. Oh, lovely. So the indentation on the seat, just behind my calves, I can grip perfectly. So yeah, lovely little kink in the seat down there, where my calves go, and I feel sturdy as anything. I mean, obviously, standing up's probably overkill for this lovely tarmac road, But flipping it. He's loving it. Look at us. Oh, this is cracking. This is heaven. Absolute heaven. Here we go. Wow. This is alright, isn't it? Well, I reckon this is light work for this thing. Honestly, I'll be honest, I rarely off-road and I feel very confident on this. Soaking up these little bumps, lovely. This is cracking. What a vibe, my god, this is amazing. Wow. I think it's actually someone's house. Handling this bike is very nice. That is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this first ride video. Let me know what you think down below of the Pan America, whether you own it, whether you're interested in owning it, whether you think it's maybe the wrong direction for Harley Davidson with their new engine and this whole new avenue of adventure bikes. I'd be really interested to hear, so let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, hit the like button. That would really help me out, and hit subscribe if you're interested in more content like this. Got some really fun events coming up this summer, which I cannot wait to share with you. It's going to be awesome. Lots of motorbikes, lots of different brands, lots of adventures. It's going to be cool. In the meantime, take care. I hope you stay well, and I'll see you next Friday.